This wig is from Arabella Hair. In this video, I will show you how to go from over bleached knots and roots to something a little bit more wearable and seamless. So I'm just showing you one side. I already did the other side, and I'm splitting the hair in half just so you can see like I really over processed it. I used 40 volume developer and I kept it in for too long, and I think it might have just seeped through the lace and just got on. So I'll be using this hair dye, and this is a dark brown hair dye. You can use any brown or dark brown black hair dye. You'll need a mixing bowl, a brush, and a comb. I basically poured only a tiny bit amount of it because I'm broke and I'm cheap as hell. Basically, I split the roots and I start by applying it as close to the lace as I can, making sure that I cover any blonde pieces. I make sure to get both sides of the hair. So what you're seeing is just me fast forwarding and showing you me putting the dye close to the lace to only the blonde areas. I'm not sure. I wouldn't recommend putting the dye on your lace. I'm using a semi-permanent dye, so it doesn't really stick on the lace anyway, but if you're using a permanent dye, it will dye the lace because you bleached the lace. And lastly, I'm going into random spots that seemed a little bit like balding. It wasn't really blonde, but I felt like if I put more of the black hair dye or the dark brown hair dye, it would, work. So I put a plastic cap on for about like 45 minutes and I washed it out. I feel like maybe I shouldn't have used the purple shampoo and conditioner because that kind of stripped away the color and it made it look a little green. You'll see it in the next clip. The curls are absolutely gorgeous, by the way. Like, the head did shed a lot, and that's my fault because I over bleached the knots, so they became weaker. So this is how it looks. You can't really tell that well, but you can see a little bit of green roots. Some parts have not been fully, dyed, so I'm going back in with the dye. I'm just using the excess that's left in the brush and just replacing it into any areas that looked kind of green or like kind of off, So I'm just combing the hair. It did tangle up a little bit, but after I was able to just use a brush and I was all set. Like, it did shed a lot, but like I said, that was my fault. Yeah, so I go in with the blow dryer this time instead of washing it out because it's a semi-permanent hair dye, so washing it off is just going to cause it to come off, basically. So this is the final result, and I think it looks absolutely amazing. Like, wow, look at me over here being a whole hairstylist and whatnot. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you learned something from this. That would be all. See you in the next video.